All right, welcome to the Morbid Hour live stream here on the Horror Ed Metal channel. We got Mad Philosopher in the chat. How's it going, man?
Welcome.
Hey, he's a buddy of mine. I know him in real life. Yeah.
In your real life.
Well, I mean, I went to, in person. I mean, I went to school with him. Yeah, we went to high school together. Hell yeah. All right, so we're going to be doing our favorite horror film for each year of the 2000s, 2000, 2001, 2002, etc., all the way to 2009. And then we're going to do our top 5 favorite albums from the death metal band Death. Yeah, that's right. We knew each other for about 20 years. Yep.
Cool.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we became friends, I believe, in 9th grade. So, he moved here. So, he'd be a good person to do videos with too, do collaborations.
Definitely.
He's really knowledgeable about comics and superheroes and all kinds of other cool stuff. Philosophy, psychology.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Drum Smash in the chat. How's it going, Drum Smash?
What's up, man?
Right on time.
Mr. Dan and Horror. What's up?
How's it going, Mr. Dan?
Welcome.
Glad you can make it. Yeah, one day, definitely. Yes. Oh yeah. All right, let's go and get started. Who wants to start?
You're the host. You should start.
All right. So, my favorite horror film for the year 2000. Starting off, I'm going to go with Final Destination.
Nice.
And this is one of my favorite, the more modern, it's not so new anymore. It's 26 years old, but I still consider it kind of more of a modern horror franchise. Yeah. This is one of my favorites. Very interesting idea, really unique concept. People avoid dying in an accident because of a premonition, which warns them, and then they slowly are killed one by one by death, which is kind of like an invisible force of nature, which just has its own design, and it kills people, causes them to die. It causes various accidents, and as the series goes on, it gets a little more gruesome and more horrific and more brutal. It kind of becomes more about the kills, becomes a little more gimmicky. But I like the whole series. But this one's a little more, I don't know, a little more character driven, a little more story driven, I would say, maybe than some of the sequels that, like I said, just kind of became more about the kills and the elaborate death sequences. But yeah, all the premonitions, like the opening accident in each movie. I think my favorite's the one in Final Destination 2, the car pileup. That was just brutal. And it reminds me of the Cannibal Corpse song, Shredded Humans. From Eating Back. This was pretty cool too. Yeah, the plane blowing up. But yeah, really good movie. I like Devin Sawa a lot. He was, of course, in Idle Hands and in the recent Chucky TV series. He's always been a favorite of mine. I think he's a good actor. He's cool. But yeah, Final Destination, that's my favorite horror movie from the year 2000. It looks like my wife is in the chat too. Hey, babe.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hey, honey. Glad to meet you.
It is definitely a cool concept, the idea of death itself chasing you,
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, my turn. We going this way?
Yes.
Was that what we were doing?
Yeah. All right. Well, first up for me, and I'm going to agree, it's Final Destination.
Nice.
A really fun movie, as you said. This franchise is mostly known for the kills. Now it's kind of like, what can we do to up it every time?
Yeah.
But there's something cozy about this because I was born in the late '90s, growing up in the 2000s, so a lot of this stuff was fresh on the scene at the time. So there's a lot of nostalgia there for me, and this one's just fun. I mean, this is at the point where, they started doing all these stupid covers of just the faces on the covers. Like, man, be more creative.
Yeah, such a 90s and early 2000s thing. You have all the actors and the covers.
Yeah.
Probably Scream started that, I think.
Yeah, Scream.
Yeah. But to me, the true face of this franchise is Tony Todd. whenever he
Yes.
shows up in it.
Yes.
So, Final Destination.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want
Good choice.
to go with for 2000. I'll go with Hellraiser Inferno. I like this movie.
Nice.
Wow.
Not the peak of the franchise, but how to compare the stuff that comes after when we get into okay, just please stop territory.
Yeah.
This one ain't too bad. I do own this one in a fucking one of those multi-pack things. It's in a bin somewhere right now. So that's why I don't physically have it on me right now. But this one ain't too bad. I didn't hate it that. One of them completely forgot. One of the later Hellraiser films put me to sleep though. So forgot which one it was.
Inferno was pretty decent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was decent compared to like the ones that came after it. It didn't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
feel
Once
like
you get after that, I feel like it's
What was I know what it was. Which one comes after that? I know they all start to. I forget about some of them.
Inferno.
There was,
Hellseeker.
Hellseeker. Yeah.
Hellseeker, then Deader,
Yeah,
World, then I think Revelation, then
Yeah.
Judgment, maybe.
Revelations was the one I fell asleep watching at like 4 a.m.
I met the actor who played Pinhead, and I think it was Hellraiser Judgment, Paul T. Taylor.
Yeah.
I think that was the one he was in. I don't know. I never cared for those, but it'd been cooler to meet Doug Bradley, of course. But
Yeah,
he was a cool guy. But yeah, Inferno was decent. It didn't really feel like a Hellraiser movie. It didn't really have much to do. Like Pinhead was barely in it. It didn't really have much.
I don't think it was supposed to be.
Yeah, probably not.
yeah.
They
Apparently,
slapped the name on it.
yeah, it exists. So they could keep the rights for that new remake they planned on doing,
Oh yeah.
which I guess sort of happened. But sort of happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, back when we were remaking everything.
Yeah.
A little bit.
All right, I am going to go with American Psycho.
Yeah.
Christian Bale it's still to this day my favorite Christian Bale performance. I just think he's so awesome. It's like hilarious at the same time, even though it is like it's just got a real tongue-in-cheek feel about it.
Yeah.
Like even though he's doing horrible things, he's a horrible human being. Like
Yeah.
it's like just funny like to watch.
Very
He's got a
over the
great
top.
cast. I mean, Jared Leto. You got what's the name? The blonde girl, Reese Witherspoon. Reese Witherspoon. Yeah, all-star cast. Yeah, it's a fantastic movie. From what I hear, the book was much more brutal, but I think there's just enough in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like almost X-rated.
Yeah.
In uncut territory.
Yeah.
Chasing up the chainsaw. Yeah, it's Christian Bale and Jared Leto. We got a future Batman and a future Joker, and then this
And Morbius.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he was Morbius.
And Morbius.
Yeah, it's Morbid time.
Now too. He's Skeletor in the new Masters of the Universe movie.
Yeah.
Now let's see Paul Allen's card.
Talk about endlessly quotable. I mean,
yeah.
So many great lines. Like I have to return some videotapes.
He's like an upper class elite businessman too. It's like from
corporate drone.
Yeah, from Bateman to Batman.
Yeah.
Just took out the letter E, and there you go.
We don't talk about part 2 though.
Yeah,
I think I've even seen the sequels to that. So
yeah. Oh yes, I agree. What Lies Beneath? Yeah, I like that. I like that movie. What Lies Beneath? It was pretty creepy. Like there's a lot of creepy parts. Yeah, Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer were great. My wife and I just watched that not too long ago. I mean, I've seen it before, but we just rewatched it. Yeah, very creepy scenes in that. It's kind of like a thriller, kind of like a drama. Great acting from the leads. Yeah, I really like What Lies Beneath. That's a good choice. And yeah, American Psycho is a great choice too. All right, so 2001. Okay, for 2001, I was originally going to go with Jeepers Creepers. But the more I think about it, like thinking about what the director Victor Salva did, like I won't get into that, but like I saw
you know.
What?
If you know, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I saw Jeepers Creepers and Jeepers Creepers 2 well before I knew about the director's past. And the thing is, I tried to separate the art from the artist, like over the years, best I can. And Jeepers Creepers 3, he even made a joke about it. Like he straight up made a really bad taste joke about that in the movie. So it's clear that he hasn't learned his lesson. He doesn't feel bad about it. He feels bad about getting caught and serving a very, very brief prison sentence. It was like a year and a few months, which was a joke. It should be much longer. And I didn't
apparently some critics' copies of Jeepers Creepers 3, apparently they had a line of dialogue they removed from the final release of it too. So.
Yeah, he put a joke about it in there, and then like he said something like being in prison, it wasn't how did he put it? It wasn't like a rehabilitation thing. It was just a punishment. It's like, duh, you did something horrible. You need to be punished for it. It's not supposed to, it's like
pretty much.
So like he doesn't. I don't think he felt bad about it. So I can't support that movie anymore. It's a great movie, and if anybody else supports it, that's fine. I don't care. I just
buy it secondhand.
For me personally, I just can't like support it anything he did any longer. So I'm gonna go with the others, which I think this is probably a better movie anyway. Like technically, Jeepers Creepers was good, but I think this might be better. My favorite has always been Ghosts. I love vampires and zombies and aliens, but like I'm a huge ghost guy. There's not a lot of great ghost horror movies, but I love a good supernatural, spooky ghost story. And like this one definitely delivers. It's kind of similar to The Sixth Sense. And I won't give away the twist ending just in case you haven't seen it, but it's a really good movie. Great acting from Nicole Kidman and the rest of the cast. Really, really creepy scenes and genuinely bone-chilling, unsettling moments. It's PG-13, so and it doesn't need to be like gory or anything like that. It's not that type of movie, but it's really, 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 really creepy and eerie and ominous, which is what I like. That's actually my favorite thing. Just a good ghost story. And this one definitely delivers that for it. I think it's really, really good. I saw it at the theater and I loved it. And I really need to watch this with my daughter because I know she would really like it a lot. Yeah, the others. This is going to be my choice for 2001. Like I said, I almost went with Jeepers Creepers, but I just don't think I could separate the art from the artist anymore. I've tried over the years, but it just.
Yeah, I get that.
For me, for 2001, this is one of the most nostalgic movies for me. I love it, and that's going to be 13 Ghosts.
Nice.
I know it's a remake of a movie from like the 50s or 60s, but I just love this movie, and I wish we would have got more details about the ghost. Like my favorite ghost is the Jackal. To me, that one's just freaky.
Yeah.
But the angry princess and all that. To me, it's just a fun movie. It's very much a product of its time with the flashy editing and stuff and the music. But I don't know. I love the film. Matthew Lillard is great. Some fun practical effects in there, like the torso and everything. So yeah, 13 Ghosts. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. The ghosts were done very well. The ghosts looked great. The special effects and makeup was awesome. The story was a little lacking, but the acting was good. Tony Shalhoub and Matthew Lillard and all the rest of them, it was well acted. And the ghosts looked great. And that was actually one of the first movies I got on DVD. 13 Ghosts and Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone were the first two movies I got on DVD. I remember my entire DVD collection I could hold in one hand. Now it's massive. I couldn't do that, obviously. But there's a special feature on there that does give the backstory of the ghost, which is really, really cool. Like you could select each one that tells you about them, which I thought was awesome. That was one reason I wanted to get the DVD. But yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah. I wanted to go with Hannibal.
Hannibal.
This one, I got this one on VHS. It's cool. That's got one on Blu-ray. I'll never understand the fucking vitriol people throw at this movie. I always liked this one. I never had an issue with it. Surprisingly, for an R-rated mainstream movie, this had a lot of, how would you get away with that type stuff in it? Not as extreme as the book. If you've read the book, you know. But he's going to get eaten alive by pigs. Pretty much. Julianne Moore, I thought was spotting this. Anthony Hopkins is great as Hannibal as always. Gary Oldman does a good job of depicting Mason over there. Yeah. I don't know. I don't get why some people gave this kind of mad reviews at the time, but
I don't like it quite as much as Silence of the Lambs or Manhunter or Red Dragon. I read all the books by Thomas Harris. The books are awesome.
Yeah,
the books are far better than the movies. But I do like Hannibal. I don't like it. Yeah, like I said, I don't like it as much as the others. I like it better than Hannibal Rising.
I read the book of that. I think I own the Blu-ray of that too. The steel case they did for it.
They made a lot of changes. Like they left out Mason Berger's sister. Like she wasn't in the movie at all, and she was a major character. In the
his death is completely different.
Showed up an electric eel in the book, and they changed it to being eaten by the pigs in the movie. They did a lot of changes, but it was still a good movie, a good book.
That one scene with Ray Liotta is awesome, though. And
his
head off.
It's a no-brainer.
Really?
And he's just like still talking. He's like, it's kind of hilarious, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
How they get away? How the MPAA let that slide? Who knows?
Yeah, pretty gruesome in some parts. Very, very weird movie, but yeah, it is very enjoyable. Anthony Hopkins is great as always. He's a fantastic actor. And I thought Julianne Moore was good as Clarice Starling. I do prefer Jodie Foster, but Moore did a good job.
Yeah.
It's tough when you got someone that was an Oscar-winning performance, and then you recast her. It's in a major role, you know.
I think that kind of had it going against it.
Well, I am going to agree with Lord Hellhound and with the others. Yeah, I really enjoy this one. It's a great ghost story. One of my favorite ghost story movies, and I think Nicole Kidman has a fantastic performance. It's very spooky and atmospheric, and yes, the ending is kind of where the I can see where the Sixth Sense comparisons come in, but still, it's handled very well and very interesting. I like the characters. I like the maid, how they come in and they're like, it's like they're mysterious. They're like, we've always been here, kind of thing.
Yeah, it was cool.
And how Nicole Kidman's character is like fanatical, with the kids. She's pretty rough with them, and blocking out the lights and locking all the doors, and she's like fanatical about it. And she's difficult. I can't imagine dealing with her.
Yeah, it's a good ghost story. I love haunted houses and ghosts. That's my favorite, and this definitely delivers. Yeah, Jason X is a guilty pleasure. I agree, Matt Philosopher. And Drum Smash Ghost Story is a great one. Me and my wife watched that not too long ago. That's too long ago. And the ghosts in 13 Ghosts looked amazing. Yeah, they were the best part for sure. I definitely recommend the DVD that has that special feature that goes into their backstory, tells their origins, because that was really cool. I think might be even more interesting than the movie itself.
Well, let's say there's one great jump scare when a door just like smashes shut and you're just like, oh.
It cuts them in half.
Cheap jump scare, but it works.
They did stuff like that a lot in the early 2000s, like the people getting cut up by the laser and Resident Evil, and then them getting cut by the string and Ghost Ship.
Oh yeah.
Like they did that.
Is that the same though? I think he was also one of the cops in The Punisher too. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the others. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I really need to show that to my daughter. I think she would love it. All right, so it's my turn, right?
Yeah.
All right, for 2002, I'm going to go ahead and go with Eli Roth's Cabin Fever.
Yeah.
This is a really enjoyable movie. It's horrific. It's gruesome. It's got some really brutal parts. It's got some creepy scenes, and but it's also got a lot of humor. There's some really, really funny parts.
Yeah.
It's a very dark humor. It's like a dark comedy. It has a very cruel, mean-spirited, just nasty tone, but like it's also pretty humorous in some parts. I mean, some scenes are just like straight up like hilarious to me. And I actually like Eli Roth's style. I understand a lot of people don't like him. He definitely, there's definitely things that I do take issue with in some of his movies, but I think he definitely has his strong points as a director and a writer. And I think this is probably his best work. Yeah, very enjoyable movie. Very, very interesting premise. You have a bunch of teens vacationing in a cabin in the woods, and they all become victims of this fatal like skin disease, this flesh-eating virus that makes them like kind of like rots their skin, and then it attracts attention from the homicidal locals, like some of the folk that live around there. Like it gets really crazy. It gets really over the top. Like this movie just really, really messed up. But it's really enjoyable, very dark, very twisted, very messed up, but also really funny in some parts. Yeah, I find it really enjoyable.
Oh yeah,
it's really cool. I watched this when it first came out, and I really liked it. Cabin Fever, my favorite horror movie from 2002.
And I'm gonna agree with you. Cabin Fever.
Nice.
To me, this movie perfectly balances the grotesque horror and humor. Like, you'll go from something disgusting to whatever the hell pancakes is in martial arts. Pancakes!
Karate, martial arts moves.
Which, of course, I believe I read somewhere that entire scene was kind of Eli Roth homage to Pieces with the random karate out of nowhere. Just that whole thing. But yeah, this movie's gross. It's funny. It's just a damn good time. I can't really say the same for the other ones, the sequels, but
sequels.
Yeah, I'll go with the same movie we just talked about. I like this movie, man. It's fun.
Hell yeah.
It's a fun one. I think, obviously, this was the beginning of Eli Roth's career. But,
yep.
Yeah, look at that. Official. When they put this, that's an official press DVD, by the way. But no, I always like this movie. It's funny. I love the bit when there's the dude with the squirrels, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, why do you want to kill the squirrel?" Or something like, "Why do you want to shoot the squirrels?" And I just love the response, because they're gay. But no, I remember me and my buddies watched this one like years and years ago, and I remember them liking it too. Obviously, there are other Cabin Fever films. I'm not sure what the consensus on those are here. Yeah,
I didn't care. I only saw the second one. I didn't care for it.
Not good.
The second one did have had a lot of blood. I'll give it that.
It had that cop returning, Winston. I think it had him.
Yeah.
He was funny as hell.
The fucking party, man.
Party man.
Just drink yourself a 40 and just party.
Yeah.
Anybody else hear that clicking sound?
Yeah, I'm hearing that. I don't know if it's source.
Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from. I thought maybe it was on my end, so I tried adjusting my device.
I don't know what it is. I'm going to make it unanimous. Cabin Fever.
Awesome.
I mean, like Hellhound said, you can't deny Eli Roth has his own unique style,
Yeah.
And that carries on in all his films, really.
Pretty much.
And, yeah. It's funny as hell. It's gory and gross and icky as hell, you know. Yeah, man, it's so funny. And then Eli Roth, he makes a little cameo there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stoner guy.
Dog faced.
I even love the part where they're telling the story by the campfire about the guy in the bowling alley with killing all the people with the ball pin hammer, and then you see the guy's head in the ball return.
Smiling.
There's just so much random stuff, like you said, with the kid. Don't touch that kid, you know. Bites him, and then he does the karate kick.
Pancakes. Yeah, a lot of really bizarre, really out there moments, but it's really. Let's see the guy in the rabbit costume in the hospital. Just like, what the hell is going on?
Bizarre. Okay.
I felt bad for the girl too. They just throw her in the outhouse, you know.
Yeah.
He's like rotting away, his skin's rotting away.
Yeah, they actually made a remake of that.
Don't get her to the hospital or anything.
Yeah.
They did remake it.
Yeah, they remade it. It's like, really? Why are you gonna remake a movie that's like from 2002? Like, and I watched it. It wasn't good.
I don't think I finished it.
Really missed the point.
I heard it was horrible. Yeah.
It was just watered down, very, very underwhelming. Like just.
It tries to be all dark and serious, though.
Yeah, it's just a crappier version. It's like
This was a good year, though. There were a lot of a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
Dog Soldiers, you know.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that one.
Yeah, making this list, there's a lot more than I expected there to be. It's like, man, it's actually, my ex-girlfriend and I went and saw like every horror movie in the year 2000, 2004, 2005, and most of them were crap. But there definitely were quite a few gems I realized.
Was it Dog Soldiers?
Dog Soldiers is great.
Yeah.
It's one of the best werewolf movies.
I know a lot of people hate it, but Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil.
Which one?
The first one.
Okay.
I love the games. I love the video games. The movies, not so much.
I like the third movie because it's basically a Mad Max movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Until you go watch Mad Max Fury Road. But
all right,
it's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
All right, is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right, for 2003, I was originally going to go with House of a Thousand Corpses, but I think I'm going to actually give it to Freddy vs. Jason.
Nice.
I freaking love this film. This movie pretty much delivered everything I wanted.
Yeah, it's what you think it should be.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a love letter to both franchises, Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. It's so many references and Easter eggs. Like, I really did kind of focus on the Freddy side of things a little more, but we did get to see Crystal Lake, and we got to see a flashback to where Jason was a kid, like in a dream sequence. So many awesome moments. It was great seeing Robert Englund just, have a blast playing Freddy for the final time, unfortunately. And seeing him fight Jason was just awesome. This was like something that I would have like dreamed about when I was a kid. Then like it finally came out, finally happened. We waited so many years. Ever since Jason Goes to Hell had the ending with Freddy's glove with the knife fingers on it, dragging Jason's mask down. It's like, we had to wait 10 more years before we finally got to see them fight. And like I said, this movie just delivered everything. Like the acting from the teens isn't always that good. Like there's some bad acting, and some people complain that they figured everything out way too quickly, but that doesn't bother me because I didn't want there to be too many scenes of them having to learn everything, which we, the audience, already knew. But it was so cool, like the backstories, the flashbacks, and seeing them fight. The soundtrack was awesome. It's directed by Ronnie Yu, who also did Bride of Chucky. I really like his style. I wish he could have done more horror movies.
Very, the stylistic, like filmmaker. What's her name?
Right. My only complaint is that Kane Hodder should have played Jason.
Yeah.
Kurzinger, but Kurzinger wasn't bad. I mean, he
not bad.
Also, it would have been kind of cool if they would have had like maybe some returning characters from each franchise. Maybe Alice, played by Lisa Wilcox, been in it, or maybe Tommy Jarvis, played by either Corey Feldman or Tom Matthews.
Yeah, that would have been nice too.
Cool, but that's more of a nitpick. It's not really a problem with the movie. But yeah, I think this movie delivers. It's a lot of fun.
Because it could have been.
And when I watch this movie, I'll see the problems, but my inner younger self will not allow me to dislike it. I still think it's very fun. And that's such a blast with it. It's awesome. Just very enjoyable. Just awesome.
Yeah, that's
everything I wanted, and then some. It was a huge improvement over the last few Jason movies and the last few Freddy movies that preceded it.
Yeah, I think that was the last one. I think before they all rebooted it.
Yeah, pretty much. And when it came out, I was like, "Oh man, Freddy vs. Jason! Oh, I can't wait to see what they do next. We might see Jason versus Michael or Jason versus Leatherface, but nope, we've got crappy remakes and reboots instead. Thanks a lot, Hollywood. Good job.
No, you did have
possibilities were endless, and you just screwed it up.
Yeah, Freddy versus Jason 2 could have been cool, but
yeah. Yes, I agree, Mad Philosopher. Definitely.
Well, it did have Alien versus Predator.
Yeah.
And everyone, I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree.
The video game is great.
Oh, yeah.
The 2010 game, I play that shit on the regular.
Some of the comics are really good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
For me, I'm going with House of a Thousand Corpses.
Nice.
Awesome movie. To me, this DVD is still the best DVD menu ever. You ring the bell.
The menus.
You ring the bell, and Captain Spaulding come and talk to you.
Well, the bed.
Well, howdy, folks. Come on in. But yeah, I love it. This is essentially Rob Zombie's version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, if we're being honest.
Is that most of his fucking movies, though?
I was just gonna say that's every movie
outside of Halloween, but yeah.
I think even Halloween.
He should
look at his mask. His mask is Leatherface.
Yeah. He should have directed a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. His style would have been perfect for that 70s exploitation, trashy, sleazy style would have been perfect. It didn't work for Halloween. It would have worked great for Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah. But, I love this film. I still walk around screaming, Dr. Satan!
Yeah. I still when they re-released that, I think I saw that twice, and they re-released it for its anniversary. So,
nice.
I did see it in theaters.
I did too. I saw it in the theater. I loved it, and just put Leatherface in there, and it's already there you go. You got a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. It's already a better remake than the 2000.
Yeah, pretty much. In my opinion. Except people are starting to shift the narrative around with that one, but yeah.
But that's my pick. House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah. Great choice. Yeah, that almost made my choice as well. It's definitely a very close second.
One thing that's cool about it and different is that the bad guys win.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's more focused than the good guys.
They're very grim.
My only complaint is I feel like the good guys, I guess, the victims, they don't last long enough, and once they get captured, they don't really do much with it story wise. They get captured really early on, and they're just tortured. There's not really much story to it. It's and some of the two guys were kind of interesting. Rainn Wilson and the other guy, they were kind of interesting. I would like to see them a little more, but they just get captured and or killed off very early on, and then the two women looked very similar. I couldn't tell them apart, and neither one of them were really very interesting either. So the villains got way more focused. They were way more fleshed out than the victims. It was all about the villains, all about the Firefly family. They were the stars.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I want to go with a film from 2003 here from I mentioned one of this guy's other films, and that's Garden of Love. I forgot the guy's name who made it. He made what was it? I referenced when we did our 90s horror films, I referenced it. The Burning Moon. That was it. But yeah, just like that film, this one's crazy, man. It's brutal. It is. This one, you have this, woman whose family is murdered. And she, ends up, going back to that place and starts having these hallucinations of it. And the way they do it is a little bit different than your typical movie like that. She'll be watching TV and she'll see like a kitchen commercial, right? And they'll just have someone getting their throat slit or something. Just like every movie this guy has made, it's pissing me off now. Let's look up this guy's name. Yes.
Yeah.
Any movie this guy puts out is usually pretty unhinged, so I need to pick this one up from Unearthed Films at some point.
I haven't seen that.
Actually, I have heard about it. I was actually reading about some of his movies like a while back, and I remember like some of it.
Yeah, I have it's on Tubi right now, I believe.
Nice.
It's another pretty tough year. There were a lot of cool ones.
Yeah, it was a pretty good year for horror.
But yeah, I gotta go Freddy versus Jason. I really enjoyed it. I was just on such a high. I was like so excited going to the theater, and like you said, it delivers on that front. The fights are really cool and a lot of fun. I love the one when they're in the house and it's on fire and you hear that metal blasting in the background. I'm like, yeah, they really go at it too. I mean, it gets real bloody, especially the last fight when they're like cutting the crap, hacking each other's arms off, and then and
the Cornfield Massacre at the rave. Jason just.
Oh yeah. That's the best. He's just on fire. He doesn't give a damn. Like he doesn't even notice it. He's just like hacking the crap out of people.
Freddy only kills one person the whole movie.
Yeah.
That's
several. That 20 people or more.
But yet a lot of the focus is on him.
Yeah.
And
yeah, the one guy Freddy kills is fucking what's the guy?
Mark.
I believe that guy was in the Postal movie by Uwe Boll. Which I like. So.
Another thing I love is I thought Robert Englund really redeemed himself after Freddy's Dead, because I really didn't like that movie, and I actually didn't like him in it. So I feel like this was a glorious return for him, because he's great in this.
His New Nightmare, different thing altogether.
Yeah. And I felt that both series were very well represented. I like Ken Kirstinger as Jason. It was kind of a different kind of portrayal, which I'm fine with if they do something a little bit different. It made him. He felt like more of almost like a Frankenstein's monster kind of thing, which I liked.
Yeah.
And it's not perfect. There's some cheesy, CGI in there, that early 2000s bad CGI.
I think it's gone worse, though. CGI, but yeah. But.
And the thing with the water, that Jason's afraid of the water, like that's
Meanwhile,
big mistake.
Meanwhile,
somebody didn't watch the rest of the series.
Yeah, wasn't he? Yeah, he was underwater, and he was at the bottom of the lake of one of them. So.
Yeah, he'd always go in the lake after some skinny dipping chick. It didn't stop him. Maybe it's because it was in the dream world. It made it more scary. It made him think about it more or something.
I actually liked that idea, but the fact that he had been around the water in the previous movie did not help.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh yeah. All right, so I think my favorite horror movie for 2004 is going to be none other than the remake of Dawn of the Dead, directed by Zack Snyder.
Oh.
And it's funny, it's written by the screenplay is by James Gunn, and it was directed by Zack Snyder. Both of them would go on to direct a Superman movie. Zack Snyder did Man of Steel. James Gunn did the recent Superman 2025. Anyway, yeah, it's a great movie. It doesn't come anywhere near the original, the 1978 George Romero classic, which is one of the best zombie movies of all time. It doesn't hold a candle to that.
Yeah.
But as far as remakes go, I'm not a big fan of remakes, but as far as remakes go, this is definitely one of the better ones. This one delivers. The zombies are really scary. They're fast. They're intelligent. They're very fearsome. Very very aggressive. It does take place in a mall, just like the original. Like, there's not really the bikers this time. Like, Tom Savini and them, they left that part out, but still pretty cool. I think they could have called it something else, but whatever. Still a great movie. Yeah, the opening, wow, like that's a really great way to start a movie. The characters are great. Good acting. It's makes you think about like what you would do in this scenario. There's some sad moments. Like there's even some funny moments. There's some really cool action scenes. Some great kills, some great violence. As far as remakes go, this is really great. This is one of the only remakes that I really really enjoy, especially from that time. Like I said, it doesn't come anywhere near the original, but it's definitely a really good newer version.
Yeah.
I saw this at the theater too. I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead, 2004.
Love it.
For me, was very creepy for sure. I saw the theater too.
Me too.
Mine is probably an obvious pick, but it's gonna be Saw. I mean, it's Saw. It's the start of one of the most popular franchises, and to me, I love the first Saw film. I know a lot of people like the sequels better, and I'm sure I do some as well, but I like the mystery of this one. I like the detective aspect and just how weird and creepy it feels. Of course, that twist is one of the biggest, like, what the hell moments.
Yeah.
And, this is in much a similar vein to Final Destination. The franchise became much more about the traps and how crazy you can get.
The traps and the twists.
Yeah.
The sequels. It was all about the traps and the twists. It became more gimmicky. The first movie was more original.
Yeah, definitely.
It gets to a point where you're like, how many accomplices did he have?
It's all part of my evil plan.
If you tilt the camera to the right slightly, you'll see this guy was actually here the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. It got kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Said that as I have a Saw 5 poster in the background. Yeah.
But yeah, I got to admit, it was kind of fun having like a yearly Saw movie come out. It was just an entertaining time. But yeah, Saw, I like it.
Now I go with the OG Saw movie. This one, I'd argue, honestly, from this point downward, kind of influenced a lot of that decade.
Oh yeah.
Of course, we would get stuff like one of the later movies on the show, but then we got stuff, not so great stuff like Captivity. What else there? Aristas, Train. Big ups if you know that one. But this one, I don't think this one's wasn't gratuitous as people would have you believe it or not. Yeah. Despite, because they mostly just show you the aftermath of all the stuff in this one.
Yeah, it's not quite as brutal as some of the sequels.
Yeah, this one obviously, created a franchise, started people's careers. So what else there to say about this one? I own like several copies of this stuff. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Another solid year, but gotta go with the original Saw. Is definitely something new and different, very original. I love the Jigsaw character. I love his motivations. I love the idea that he's actually not the one killing the people. He's just setting them up to kill themselves. They have a chance to escape their death, at least. The
ones in that movie are a little bit more viable to escape from.
Yeah. But I like the idea of these taking these scumbag people that are, have done bad things and punishing them and using. I like how he uses the little saw puppet guy to come in and do this little voice thing. And yeah, the traps are very clever and ingenious. Just and yeah, one of the great twist endings of the 2000s for sure.
Yeah.
And it kicked off the whole subgenre there with the torture porn,
I mean, even then, stuff like you look at stuff that came out shortly after that. I mean, stuff like the Hills Have Eyes remakes, things like that. I mean, yeah.
Especially the next year, the very next year, there's a lot of the Curious what your picks will be this year.
Yeah.
All right, so for 2005, yeah, I agree, Drum Smash. Speaking of which, my choice for 2005 is going to be The Devil's Rejects. The follow-up to House of 1,000 Corpses. I saw both movies in the theater, and I loved both of them. House of 1,000 Corpses felt a little more like a straight-up horror movie. It was darker. There's a lot of scenes at night. It was a little more horrific, possibly a little more gruesome. This one is definitely very, very, very brutal, too. Very disturbing and shocking. I feel like this one had a little more of a story. Like their Sheriff Lydell, played by William Forsythe, after it was revenge because the mother, Mama Firefly, played by Karen Black, and House of the Corpses, and played by Leslie Easterbrook. And this one, he wants revenge because his brother was killed, and he's like tracking him down. Like it's a little more of a story. They're on the run this time. It's mostly focuses on Otis, played by horror favorite Bill Moseley. I love him. Of course, Baby, played by Sherry Moon Zombie, Rob Zombie, the director, his wife, and Captain Spaulding, played by the hilarious Sid Haig. It's mostly them. Mama Firefly's in it a little bit. Rufus doesn't last very long. Tiny's in it a little bit. But it's mostly the three of them. Yeah, they're the Devil's Rejects. They're on the run. They torture this. They capture and torture these band members. Some like Southern rock band or Southern blues band in a hotel, and it is very, very horrific and very gruesome and disturbing, just like the original. But I feel like the original is a little more darker and a little more surreal and nightmarish. This is a little more realistic, a little more grounded. Like I said, it's kind of more of an actual storyline and just kind of more interesting things going on. I think it's a little better written, a little better acted, maybe. The characters are a little more fleshed out. I think it just kind of gives you more. Like I said, House of 1,000 Corpses, I can definitely understand people prefer that one for being darker and more kind of more like a surreal straight horror film. This almost has kind of like a Western feel. But it's definitely very horrific too. It definitely has like the kind of grindhouse like drive-in movie feel too. The exploitation style that Rob Zombie's known for. It definitely feels like a tribute to the 70s horror films. I think it's really, really good. Yeah, I love the acting. Bill Moseley's great. William Forsythe's great. It's all, I really enjoyed seeing this at the theater. Some really, like I said, really disturbing moments, some really shocking, unsettling scenes. There's some funny moments too. Like there's definitely some humorous scenes as well. Really cool ending too. Really cool climax and finale. Great soundtrack as well, just like House of 1,000 Corpses. There's a lot of things I do like about Rob Zombie's style. His movies always have serious balls to them. Like they're never going to feel watered down or held back. Sometimes that's a bad thing too. Like some of his movies, too many of the characters can be way too graphic and profane and vulgar. It just get kind of old. But like in House of 1,000 Corpses and Devil's Rejects, it was still kind of like new and exciting. Because there's a lot of PG-13 watered down diet horror crap that came out
Yeah.
around this time. So this was kind of a breath of fresh air. I was like, okay, this movie doesn't hold back like some of this other, diet PG-13, all these Scream knockoffs that I'm sick of. Like this actually feels like something interesting. I did get sick of a lot of things about Rob Zombie's style, like in some of the other movies he did after this. But I think this one's still really great. I think this is still his best work, and probably my favorite horror film for 2005.
Nice. And another one we agree on, I'm right there with you, The Devil's Rejects. Yeah, like you said, the first one is very trippy, music video-esque. This one's more 70s Western type feel. And I like that. I like that it's a different style. It doesn't feel exactly the same. You could tell this one was kind of a prelude to what he would do with Halloween, because even some of the music sounds similar throughout the two films. But yeah, I love the characters. I love the revenge plot with Sheriff Wydell. It does try to make you like sympathize with the Firefly family, which is hard because I know they're horrible people, but I like the actors so much that it's hard to be like, yeah.
Yeah, it goes back and forth between who you're supposed to root for.
Yeah. But even then, Sheriff Wydell ain't that good of a person either, so I don't really want to root for him.
Yeah, he becomes kind of a villain himself.
Yeah.
Psychotic, unhinged toward the end.
But yeah, I like Devil's Rejects. It's crazy. I didn't see it in theaters, but I did get it on DVD when it came out. And yeah.
Okay, I want to go with Hostel. This.
Oh, nice. Another Eli Roth film.
Yeah. This was one of the more first, I guess, hardcore films I saw at the time. I wasn't buying. At that point, I wasn't buying. I didn't know about some of the more lesser known stuff, but I think this film did start that whole thing fully, but I don't know. I never understood why it was a bad thing per se, but this I liked, man. I know. Say what you will about the ilk this gave, but this movie had a fuck ton of nudity in it too. We don't get that anymore. The fact that this got away with a mainstream, R rating too is kind of baffling in that regard. Like,
yeah, it's very brutal.
I'll say, I like how in this one, it kind of slowly builds up to it.
Yeah.
You start off, the women are all good looking, attractive, whatever, and then it starts to get uglier throughout the film.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they were going for. I think that's clever when you watch it again.
Yeah, they want to seem more like the monsters that they are, like as the movie goes on.
Yeah.
They lure them in, and then they lead to them being kidnapped and tortured.
Yeah.
It's a very brutal movie.
I
like the ending where he escapes and like gets revenge on some of those low life scumbags. That's the part I like the most.
Yeah, I like the bit.
He kills the guy in the bathroom. That was awesome.
Yeah, I like the bit where there's the director's cut ending where he captures the guy's daughter.
Yeah, the alternate ending. I like the other ending better where he just kills him in the bathroom.
Yeah,
I think that was better.
Yeah, I like the bit where the dude has his fingers are chainsawed off or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, the guy, ends up getting, his leg cut up with a chainsaw, I think, off. But yeah, this one, probably my favorite Eli Roth film. I like the second Hostel, but this one, this one's a portrait. I got skimming going down, on it, the rabbit hole, I guess. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I used to watch that a lot when it first came out. I got the DVD and I watched it quite a bit.
Yeah.
But it's mostly the ending that I like, the last third where he escapes and kills some of those those terrible people, and then gets revenge on the guy who killed his friend in the bathroom. That was awesome.
I like how it starts off like a road trip style comedy,
Yeah.
And then it just switches like to
it's
real
kind of
grim
like
and nasty.
It's kind of like a horror version of Euro Trip.
I know, right?
I agree, Drum Smash. Absolutely.
This was another tough year. You had a lot of good ones, but my personal favorite is Wolf Creek.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Australian horror, kind of loosely based on a real life killer, that the backpacker killer.
Yeah.
And man, what a great character! Mick Taylor, played by John Jarrett. I mean, I felt like he could have been the next big horror icon.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they just did, 2, and then the series came out, but they never really too much time in between movies.
Yeah.
Say, did they? Are they supposed to make a third one?
They're still saying that they are, but it's been a long time.
I have to say, because I remember reading about a third one, and Roger Ebert infamously, I think, panning that.
Imagine that. It's like
I just love that character. He's just a badass, and he's also a really bad dude. But the way he lures people in, just seeing if they need a ride, or see if you need help with the car, and then they take you and down the rabbit hole.
Yeah,
he's like an evil Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I love that part when the guy's just like, do you say cool stuff like, no, that's not a knife, that's a knife, and he just gives him a look like death, the biggest death stare like I've ever seen. I'm like, ooh, that was not a good idea.
He gets shot in the neck like early on. It's like, oh man,
I love that scene where he stabs the girl and the knife right in the spine, and she just can't move.
I was going to mention that. Oh.
That was sick.
Yeah. I like the second one in it too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, dude has some like fucking god tier aim too.
Yeah.
Bro's pulling off headshots like it's nothing.
Dude's a marksman.
Yeah.
You can tell he's a real survivalist,
Yeah.
That's how he's able to get away with it for so long.
Still good. Yeah. Yeah. Will we ever see the third one?
We'll see.
Yeah, I bought that movie without seeing it. It was a blind buy. I just bought it because I heard it was good. And I watched it, and I was like, man, this is really good. It's like very realistic, very grounded.
Yeah.
Very gritty. All right, so my choice for my favorite horror movie from 2006 is going to be another remake, The Hills Have Eyes remake.
Yeah, that's one of the better.
Yeah, I definitely prefer the original from the great Wes Craven. The original's far better in my opinion, but this one does come very close. This is definitely more violent and way more gory. It's also got way more of the killer, the mutant cannibals. There's way more of them than it was in the original. I love Michael Berryman in the original, but there's way more of them this time. Yeah, it's way more violent, way gorier. I feel like there's a lot more to it. They add like a lot of things. They do follow the original pretty closely. There's a lot of scenes are almost identical, but they add a lot to it. It's like more. They don't subtract. Things like most remakes do. Like they just add to it. Like they expand on it, and it's really good. I think it's really enjoyable. The family they get stranded in the desert. They're captured and killed and eaten by these inbred mutant cannibals. This time there's a different backstory. It's from all the radiation from the nuclear fallout and stuff. That's what caused them to become like they were. And the original is kind of just the old man says that him and his wife gave birth to a kid that was deformed and grew up to be a hulking maniac, and then he just had a family and raised them to be psychotic killers. Yeah, this one expands on a little bit. Yeah, really enjoyable. Some great kills, great gore. Some really great revenge scenes. I like to see like when the main characters fight back, just like they do in the original. You know, they fight back against the mutant cannibal clan. It's pretty cool. Yeah, great gore, great makeup effects too. I love when the dog gets revenge. One of my favorite parts is when the Big Brain, which is the guy with the big expanded cranium in the wheelchair, he's like on the walkie-talkie, he's like, "Kill the baby," and he looks over, and the dog's like, "Arr," and he's like, "That was awesome." That's probably the best moment of the whole movie. There's a lot of really great moments like that. I didn't care for the sequel very much. I thought that was just kind of generic, typical like 2000s horror. I felt like but yeah, this movie's great. Like I said, I like the original way better, but this one comes very close. It's a really good remake, one of the best ones. It's very enjoyable, very awesome in my opinion.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. I can't find the Blu-ray of that for a reasonable price, but
yeah. For me, I went with Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning.
Ah, nice.
I actually prefer this to the remake.
Thank you.
Oh wow, yeah. It's brutal,
to me,
man.
this is the last truly awesome Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. I don't know. I just love this film. I love how just gnarly and gross it is. I actually like how, for most of this movie, Leatherface kind of looks like Mankind. You know, Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
I like that. I think Arlie Ermey's still great. Now, yes, it's a prequel that just answers questions that nobody cared about, like, oh,
you know
how
what?
did he
He
lose his
lost
teeth?
his legs, bro.
How did he lose his legs? But to me, the only reason it was probably a prequel is because Leatherface had his arm cut off. So
there you go. That's what it looks like. It's kind of dark on there, but yeah, there you go.
But yeah, I love this film. I love the vibe of it, and no survivors whatsoever.
Yeah.
So yeah, The Beginning, love it.
Hell yeah.
It is pretty sick. I liked it as well.
Yeah.
I actually do prefer it too to the remake.
Yeah.
Me too. It kind of feels more like the original in some ways. It actually has a dinner scene and stuff. I just feel like they rehashed it a little bit.
Nastier.
Like they didn't really explain much. Like the only parts that felt like a prequel were like kind of the beginning. Like it would have been cool to see Leatherface in school, like getting bullied.
They actually originally had on the deleted scenes. They actually originally had some stuff in there.
Oh, cool.
I think they cut it. I forgot why they cut it, but
yeah, it's a good movie. I think I like it better than the remake too.
I want to go with that one. I think this is probably the second best movie in the series, man.
Wow.
It's nasty. I like this one. I like Leatherface in this one a lot because, dude's just I like how in this one, he didn't try. I mean, it looked like, he's, pushed into wanting to kill people, but let's be honest. In this one, I think dude just wants to go out and kill people. I get why they cut some stuff because mainly I guess they wanted to avoid Star Wars prequel syndrome. I guess. Where the fucking making all the making the bad guys the bully child. I know it seems to be a trend with a lot of things now, but or troubled childhood, whatever, and then they you go to watch,
Fair enough.
You don't just see Darth Vader as the badass anymore. You see him as the whiny little kid.
That's
so I guess they want to avoid that.
Rob Zombie's Halloween did, but it's like being a prequel. I wanted more like things that I want to see why they kind of rushed it. Like I want to see more of why the family became cannibals. It's in there, but just I don't know. I feel like it just kind of
the war and economy things
kind of rehashes it a little bit. But I do like it. I do like it better than the remake.
What was it? The line, I'm not listening or whatever. Whatever.
You see his first human face skin mask.
Mm-hmm.
the fact that got away with an R rating. I mean, at the time, was the MPAA? Did they just not care, or?
And the rated version of DVD.
I think it was unrated, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think this has the uncut and the R cut. So I found that from at a local bookstore, believe it or not.
Nice.
Shout out to Erschen Video. They make good stuff.
Oh yeah, they came out with really nice editions of those.
Yeah, that has the poster in there. It has the what the fuck? Like a booklet, a bunch of stuff.
All right, I am going with Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon, one of the most underrated horror films of the 2000s for me. It's kind of like Scream, only in the sense that, you know, it pokes fun at the slasher genre, but at the same time, it is a slasher movie. But that's really where the similarities end. But it's equally funny as hell. I just love how, you know, Michael, Freddy, and Jason exist in this world, and he's just trying to be like the next Michael or Freddy or Jason. So he sets up. It's just so funny how he sets up all the tropes to happen, and he sets up his backstory for the girl to stumble upon, and he's even setting up what we think is going to be the main final girl, the virgin. But it ends up, of course, being the news reporter girl that he follows him around with the video camera, and it's so funny. I love Robert Englund's character too. He's like basically the Dr. Loomis of the movie.
Yeah.
But I love how it flips that switch to now we're in full blown slasher mode in this, and when all his plan comes together, and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And it gets violent, it gets nasty, and I think it's a great movie. And I've heard they're finally making a sequel.
Finally.
I got some progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's like really meta and like self-aware. Like he wants to be a slasher, and he has a mentor who I heard was supposed to be like Billy from Black Christmas, which that's really awesome if that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Freddie, Michael, and Jason all exist. That's such a cool idea.
You know,
there was actually
they have a really cool look too. I love that mask and the you know, the little sickle thing, whatever.
He's being interviewed. It's like a documentary. Yeah, it's a really interesting idea. There was actually another movie that came out in 2004 called Freak Out, where it's like this guy really wants to be a slasher villain, but he sucks at it, and like these two teenagers help him out, and I have a very similar premise, and that was pretty good too. It was pretty funny. Like he just totally fails miserably at being a slasher villain, so like they're helping him be better, like Jason or Freddy. But Beyond the Mask did it way better. Yeah, I'm so glad.
I love the part where you gotta learn cardio, because you gotta make it look how you go from walking slow to just being right next to like teleporting.
Love it. All right, so my choice for the year 2007 is going to be none other than the awesome horror anthology Trick or Treat.
Nice.
So my favorite horror anthology is right up there with Creepshow and Tales from the Dark Side of the Movie and Trilogy of Terror and all of them. Now, the great thing about this movie is it takes place during Halloween, and as much as I love the original Halloween, it's my favorite horror movie ever. But when it comes to like Halloween atmosphere, this movie is just dripping with it. This is like Halloween porn. I mean, it's just like it's got so much Halloween atmosphere. Holy crap! Probably more than any other horror movie ever. It's just like Halloween incarnate, just dripping with Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's anthology. It's like I think it was like 5 stories, 5 segments, and they're all interconnected. Like they all happen on the same night. That's pretty cool. We got zombies, we got werewolves, we got a demonic trick or treater Sam. Pretty cool. Yeah, really cool stories. Yeah, pretty dark, pretty violent, pretty creepy, kind of funny too in some parts. Very enjoyable movie. I would love for them to make a sequel to this. And of course, the director Michael Dougherty also did Krampus, which is a Christmas horror movie.
Yeah.
We're supposed to do a sequel of that.
Yeah, that's another one that's still been talking about for years.
Yeah, because I remember hearing about that. I remember seeing old shit about that from like 2013, bro.
Yeah, I've been talking about it for years. I would love to see a sequel because this movie's really enjoyable. I love Halloween. I love horror, and yeah, this one mixes up together perfectly. You'd think there'd be more Halloween horror movies. There's not as many as you think there would be, but when it comes to the Halloween, the holiday, this movie does it very well. It really does it justice. Like I said, I love the original Halloween. That's a far better movie in my opinion, but there's not a whole lot of like Halloween, the holiday atmosphere in it. There's just like a few jack-o'-lanterns on the porch, people trick-or-treating. It doesn't have a lot to do with the holiday. This movie definitely does. Like, this is just Halloween exploitation.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. Freaking love it. Trick or Treat. Great movie.
Hell yeah.
Excellent.
For me, this is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's Trick or Treat.
Nice.
I love it. Yeah, like you said, to me, this is the definitive Halloween film when it comes to atmosphere, decorations, the vibe. I mean, I could die happy if Halloween actually looked and felt like this in real life.
I know.
Because it feels like as I get older and the more time passes, Halloween just nobody even decorates around here anymore. It sucks.
Damn.
That's lame. Lame asses.
Yeah.
And yeah, just everything about this film I love so much. Yeah. And like you said, yes, it's an anthology, but I like how it's interweaved between them all. It's so just awesome. So yeah, Trick or Treat.
You want to go with August Underground's Penance. This was the final film in the set. I didn't grab the Blu-ray. This is the actual toe tag release here.
Toe tag.
Yeah. Brad Vogel's production company. This I like this one. It's a little bit cleaner than the second one and the third one or the first one. But this one's still my favorite part of this when they break into this house on Christmas. The way they do it, they knock on the door and dude just knocks the dude out with a hammer, and then pretty much strangles the wife to death, and then the daughter comes down, right? And then Krusty over there strangles the child to death or whatever. And like the father's sitting there bleeding, watching. I mean, it's a bleak scene, man, the way they do it. Without being overly gory somehow, surprisingly. I mean, there's plenty of gore in this.
Yeah.
Stomach, bile, stuff like that, man. So, I mean, it's a toe tag movie, so you're going to get your blood and gore, man.
Nice.
So, yeah, the version from Unearthed is very nice too. That's the version that's like normally priced of this.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of good stuff that year, 2007. That's a tough one. I am gonna give a little shout. It's not my pick, but it's one you don't hear about much, and that's the BTK with Kane Hodder playing Dennis Rader. I think he does a great job. I think this is my favorite performance by Kane Hodder. Maybe even more than Jason, but because you see, he actually has to act. He's not hiding behind a mask and stuff.
More acting involved.
And I just think it's a really good story, about a real life killer, And I think they do a great job. But my actual pick is going to be Trick or Treat. Everything like you guys said is absolutely correct. It's almost like Pulp Fiction in a way, how they weave the stories, separate stories, but they weave them all together. But they work so great. I love the Sam character too in that last story.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's become like an icon.
Yep.
But it's funny how this movie barely had a release, very, very limited release. Never got a proper theatrical release.
I think it was like it only got like one actual release limitedly. So like
now it's become like a classic, you know.
Yeah, 2 theaters or some shit.
Yeah.
So technically, it is a theatrical release, only up like 2 theaters. And people wonder, why doesn't Phil make any money? I don't know. You only put it out in like 2 fucking theaters. That's why.
But yeah, dripping, just oozing with Halloween atmosphere, and I love the trick of how the girls ended up being werewolves too. That was really cool.
Yeah,
like, oh,
that was awesome. Pretty good effects too. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, it looked pretty sick.
That's right, sweetheart. Hell yeah, we watched that together last October.
Nice.
Oh, it's one of her favorites, huh?
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, so for 2008, I had a tough time deciding, but I think I'm gonna go with The Strangers.
Yes.
I actually really enjoyed this movie. When it comes to like home invasion type movies, it's really cool, and I like how the whole movie I was waiting for some kind of elaborate like motivation, like some kind of twist. I was like, why are the killers there? Like, what's the reason? I was like expecting some big shocking reveal, and like, oh, okay, so they were, but no, it's like there really isn't one. It's just because you were home, essentially, which is I think is pretty awesome. It's like, okay, there isn't really a motivation. They're just crazy. They're psychotic mass killers who probably go around killing people, in various other houses. I actually have not seen any of the sequels yet. I haven't seen Prey at Night. I haven't seen the trilogy of Strangers, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3. I haven't seen them yet, but I really want to. I really want to check them out because I really like this one. It has good acting. You always liked Liv Tyler. It's pretty creepy, pretty suspenseful. Has some definitely scary moments. The trio of masked maniacs are definitely pretty fearsome and just pretty scary because that would be terrifying in real life. A home invasion would be one of the scariest things you could experience. I think this movie definitely depicts that very, very well.
Yes.
It's definitely accurate to like the fear, just the the overall, just the dread and the tension. The three killers. Yeah, they're definitely pretty intimidating. Yeah, pretty menacing. Like I said, it doesn't get like overly complicated or convoluted. There's no like unnecessary twists or explanations or like exposition or it turned out it was them all along. Yeah, I remember them from my past because this happened to me when I was young, and then they're involved with that. Yeah, there's nothing like that. It was all just very subtle, very straightforward. Just it's kind of like It Follows. It was just a straightforward, suspenseful, creepy movie without any unnecessary twists or exposition. Yeah, I really liked it. I need to watch this again. It's been a while, but I remember really enjoying it. I've only seen it maybe once or twice, but I remember really liking it. I didn't see it at the theater when it came out, but shortly after it did come to DVD, my old roommate let me borrow it, and I watched it, and I really enjoyed it. And I'll have to check it out again because I really like it. I really, really need to check out the sequels, too. I know I'm really behind on that. I really need to watch those because I really like this one, and I really like to see what the sequels are all about.
Yeah. See
if they're as good. I know Phantom Video, I know you're a big fan of the series, so
yes.
Would you recommend the sequels?
I think you'd love Prey at Night. That one has a good
Prey at Night. Okay.
Yeah, I like Prey at Night a lot.
Oh, the trilogy, yeah.
I've heard. I haven't seen those yet.
Yeah, I need to check them out for sure.
Yeah.
All I remember about the last one was I went to get Taco Bell the fucking short after, and there was some drunk guy yelling. At me for some reason.
Oh wow!
I don't know why. But yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, funny enough, we agree once again because my pick is The Strangers as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, when this came out, I actually have a very quick story that it's stuck with me for all these years. But when this came out on DVD, I got it, and me and my sister were watching it in the living room at night, and right at the scene where she's standing in the kitchen and the sack dude just appears behind her, someone started messing with our front door and started shaking the handle, and we were just like, "What the hell?"
Oh wow!
Oh, talk about a memory to go along with a movie.
Yeah, so, wow, that's perfect. Perfect timing.
So that's always stuck with me when I think about this movie. But yeah, it's creepy. I like how there's just no motive. That's what's so good about horror. Sometimes you don't need this whole grandiose, oh, you didn't shake my hand 30 years ago. So I So yeah. The Strangers, I love it. It's a great movie.
Oh yeah.
I love how the killers are complete mystery. You know nothing about them, and that's what makes it scary. You know.
Never find out who they
You
are.
don't need an explanation. Just you were home, like the line, right? You were home. They were home.
Yeah, I agree with my buddy. Yeah, it actually is scary. I was watching it at home, right in the theater, because that's where it takes place. It's a home invasion. So yeah, that's a pretty cool memory you had. Like, wow.
Okay, I want to go with the epic. At its philosophy of a night, this movie is like 4 hours. To be honest, you could kind of cut that movie down by a few, but this is basically half documentary, half movie about the Japanese during World War II. Definitely a gratuitous film. It does not hold back. I mean, it goes into everything. Compression chambers, straight up just it's a film that it's one of those where I got done watching it. I mean, I had to watch this in I think I did watch this in one sitting, but it's one of those films where what did I just watch to a point? I think it's more horrifying though, that's knowing that some of this stuff really happened. It's depicting real, pretty, realistic things that did happen. It is I think the guy who made this is Russian American. I know he's done other stuff, but this is kind of what he's known for. Yeah, he could have cut this movie down by a little bit, I'll be honest. 4 hours is not really
that's a lot to ask for a horror movie.
Yeah, I was about to say. But it's good enough, I think. Yeah, mainly because they will show you every angle of the building. Okay. Stephen Byro straight up said on, I think it was the American Guinea Pig commentary. And the reason it was 4 hours long is they barely did any cuts to it. So, you ever wonder why it's 4 hours? Mainly, that's why. Over 200 different effects were used for this movie.
Wow.
So, man.
Wow.
So I'm gonna go with I couldn't find my physical copy. I do have it, but I'm gonna go with Let the Right One In. Really creative and original vampire film, I think. It's like a Swedish film, and just a great story about this, this girl who's looks like she's 12 years old or whatever, but she's obviously hundreds of years old, but it's almost like a love story in a way. She strikes up a little kind of a relationship with this young boy, Oscar, and he's getting bullied in school because he's kind of a little bit weird, you know. But she's there to like protect him, you know. And she's basically wants him to be her next companion because she does currently have one, like this old dude, and he's getting too old, you know. So she kind of sets up him to be the next companion, I think, to follow him for all eternity and make him a vampire, and just a great story. And it doesn't hold back too. It's got some great gore too, especially in the final scene in the pool, you know, when they try to electrocute the boy by kicking the radio and she just goes off, takes their heads off. You see the heads floating in the pool. It's pretty nasty. It did have a really good remake, I must say. The Hammer version, Let Me In, with Chloe Moretz, was very good. Of course, the original is better. But yeah, Let the Right One In. Great movie.
I need to see that. I've only ever saw the remake, so I need to see the original.
Yeah, you gotta check it out.
It's really good. Good vampire movie.
And it's got great effects too. It's not like, oh, it's a foreign movie, so it's cheesy. No. It's very modern and has some great effects to it.
Hell yeah.
Especially the scene, you know, when she walks in the room without being invited is awesome. Like when you see the blood pouring out of her head and like, oh no. Very effective.
Yeah, I always wonder what would happen to a vampire. Really interesting story. I like the revenge stuff too, like the sections. All right, so my favorite from 2009 is going to be My Bloody Valentine 3D. It's the remake of the original 1981 classic slasher movie. My wife and I watched both of them this past February on Valentine's Day. Yeah, I'm not big on remakes, but I actually had 3 remakes on this list. I guess there were a lot of them during that decade, but I think it's definitely one of the better ones yet again. I do prefer the original, but this movie was an absolute blast watching it in theaters. I like this way better than the Friday 13th remake and the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. I thought this was just so much fun. It was gory, it was graphic, it was kind of funny sometimes too. I've said that for a lot of these, it seems like, but yeah, great characters. I really the whole mystery aspect just had me glued to the screen. I was so like excited, like I was so invested. Like I was like, you know. I was like, is it gonna be Tom? Is it gonna be Axel? Is it gonna be like a third person? Like, who's the killer gonna be? Like, it just had me ping pong back and forth, and then so I said, oh my gosh, the mystery was just so interesting. You know, I love whodunit slasher movies, and the original was that too. And I feel like the twist in the original was a little more plausible. The more you think about it, didn't really make sense. But it's still so great. They do kind of cheat on this one a little bit with the audience. I won't give it away in case you have seen it, but kind of reminded me of High Tension or Hot Tension. A little bit, like they did cheat a little bit, but yeah, great kills. I mean, a lot of it were done with the pickaxe, but like they're still done kind of in an inventive way. Yeah, great gore, great bloody murder scenes. Yeah, some great scenery too. I love the setting. Like a lot of the scenes take place in the mine. It's a mining town, and of course the killer himself is awesome. Yeah, a murderous, psychotic miner who wears a mining gear and outfit. Like the light on his helmet blinds you before he murders you with that pickaxe. Really awesome. That's a really awesome idea for a slasher villain. You know, I gotta give more credit to the original for that though, because they're the ones that came up with that. But it's a great remake. I like it almost as much as the original. I think it's a little more entertaining, maybe too. It's a highly amusing, just really fun roller coaster ride of a movie. Very thrilling. I had so much fun watching the theater and. Yeah, really good movie. It was 3D too, which was awesome. This release comes with 3D glasses, but it was really great seeing it in the theater. Very fun theater experience. Yeah, definitely my favorite horror movie of the year 2009. Like I said, I do like the original better, but this is a killer remake. Really, really awesome.
Nice.
Love it.
Love a good 3D pickaxe kill.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, that philosopher, darn right.
Oh, for me, I'm going with Friday the 13th, the remake. This was my first Friday the 13th in theaters, and I never knew it would have been my last because it's been like 17 years. Still no Jason. But I actually really like this movie. I think, it has that vibe of it could have just been another sequel, really. Like,
Very much.
all they really did was just
Yeah.
throw some of the best aspects of the other four.
It's supposed to, so I remember, it's supposed to be the first 4 movies put together.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, I think Derek Mears is a great Jason. Like,
Yeah.
he, in terms of like a terrifying Jason, this is definitely one you would not want hauling ass after you. Because you'd be like, oh god.
Yeah.
But there was this trend with the remakes of the big slasher icons where they had to be like wrestler huge and like fast as hell.
Yeah.
Like, except Freddy, of course, he was weak and go to hell. But yeah, I like it a lot. It has pretty much everything you could want in a Friday the 13th. I mean, it has the kills, the nudity, the blood, and the kills like the sleeping bag kill, roasting over the fire.
Shit's fucking brutal. I think Michael Bay walked out the premiere of that too. By the way. Don't worry. That same year, he went on to make one of the worst movies ever made, and it was Transformers 2.
Oh god.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't.
buddy, that movie's fucking. That's headache inducing right there.
No.
Yeah, I want to go with Maskhead. I like this one. Brett Vogel, after he did his August Underground films, went on to do this, and I thought this was such a cool flick, man. It's not the most original, but this one you got these 2 chicks who are filmmakers, and they they're porno filmmakers, whatever. They do the stuff, and they have this guy on the cover here who's awesome mask. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's brutal.
Yeah.
Basically torture them. Well, I like the bit where there's like someone's arm is like nailed to a chair and they like bend it. You see like all the blood shoot out there. It's a toe tag movie, so you're gonna get some good carnage. Brett Vogel managed to I think he did a good job with this. I do like this other movie he did, the Red Sin Tower. Which basically, if you like Evil Dead, you'll like that. His most recent flick is good too. It's not even a horror movie, believe it or not, but yeah.
Have to check that one out.
Yeah, you get yourself a copy from Amazon right now. From Unearthed Films. Good. They filled that with all the stuff these guys do, man. They fill that stuff with extras there. It's not man.
This was another tough one. I couldn't think what I was gonna be my final pick.
Hello, James. Welcome. James,
I'm gonna go with one you don't hear about much, and it involves the return of Hammer Films with Wakewood.
Ooh,
I actually own that one.
Yeah,
I won that in a giveaway. Yeah, I won that in a giveaway from a podcast at the time.
Definitely mixing kind of the folk horror aspects like Wicker Man and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Into the modern age, and then it was I thought it was interesting, very different. Yeah. Lakewood.
I remember winning that one at a giveaway, so that's how. Yeah. And
they bring this basically the gist. They use these kind of pagan religion things to bring people back to life, and then have this young couple, their daughter gets killed, and they bring her back to life with these rituals, and then it ends up, of course, going bad. It backfires. She turns bad, and she's like evil, and they have to take her out. But then when they try and bring her out of the town, she can't leave the town, and it's like almost like a force field at the end of the town. They try and bring her out. She starts to almost like die again. But the parents, of course, they want to keep her alive because that's their daughter, That doesn't matter what she does or who she kills or
Nice. I've not heard of that one.
Yeah, it's all great. I remember liking it.
Almost like mixing Pet Cemetery with The Wicker Man or something,
Awesome.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. It's like, what ones do you omit from the list of their albums?
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right.
No, I can grab it. Yeah.
We'll get to some death.
Yeah, when we first did this, I thought we were doing a top 5 death metal records originally, so I grabbed all these other fucking records. Yeah, there's fucking Acheron, Rites the Black Mass. That's a great album right there.
Yeah.
That's one band that never made a bad album. Death.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're all good.
Are we not doing? No, I like their demos too.
Yeah.
Death by Metal. That was 84.
Don't they have some kind of tribute band now? With,
yes.
What's his name? Hoagland? Gene Hoagland?
Gene Hoagland. Harry Butler. Left to Die, I think. That's what it's called. I'm mistaken. Let me check.
Yep, and they're making a new album. They've already released the first single.
No shit.
So
and essentially sounds exactly like early Death. I mean.
Oh yeah.
What was it? Season of the Dead is a band too.
I even like the side project Control Denied, that one album that came out.
Yeah, fucking, what was it? John McEntee from Incantation. I forgot. Some other Necrophagia dudes. They created Season of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
They have a record out now. I think it came out not too long ago. So. You guys ever listen to Christ Inversion?
I've heard of them. That was one of Phil Anselmo's projects, right?
Yeah. Wayne Fabra did the singing in that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Phil Anselmo. Christ Inversion.
Was that kind of like a black metal thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
They made 2 demos. I love them. I met the bass player. He's a nice dude. You know what? The vinyl that's like $50 on Discogs right now. It's like it's a demo, but still
cool.
All right. Yeah, I hope so. All right. Yeah, let's get into some death. Quite possibly my favorite death metal band, and yeah, Chuck Schuldiner was a genius, and Sean, like you said, they didn't have a bad album.
Really? Yeah, pretty much.
So, for my number 5 is I'm kind of cheating with this one, but It's actually gonna be a tie between Spiritual Healing and Sound of Perseverance. Sound of Perseverance, sorry. Yeah. So yeah, Spiritual Healing was their third album. And, yeah, it's really good. Like I said, they don't have a bad album. It was really hard to make this list because a lot of them I kind of just like equally. So that's why it's a tie. Yeah, yeah, it's a great album. This one had also had Terry Butler on bass. He was credited as playing bass on the previous album Leprosy, but I've heard actually Chuck Schuldiner did all the bass on that. I mean, I don't know. And there's also the return of Bill Andrews on drums. Rick Ross didn't come back on second guitar. It was James Murphy, who also, of course, played for Obituary and Testament. Yeah, great guitarist. But yeah, Chuck Schuldiner's riffs and solos are immaculate. His death metal vocals, his low demonic growls are just awesome. Yeah, it's a great album. Yeah, Spiritual Healing, the third album. And then, yeah, it's a tie between that and Sound of Perseverance, which was their final album. And I feel like no two Death albums sound the same. They kind of all sound different. They're a very unique, very diverse band, like a lot of variety. They're very versatile. Yeah, Chuck Schuldiner was very, very talented. This one has a cover of Painkiller by Judas Priest, and I really like the way they do it. I like the way Chuck Schuldiner does the vocals, the high notes and everything. It's even got some kind of more melodic sounding stuff too, for sure. But yeah, both these albums are tied for my number 5. Yeah, yes, Sound of Perseverance, which was their final album before Chuck Schuldiner sadly passed away in the year 2001. And of course, Spiritual Healing, the third album.
It's a cool cover, man.
Oh yeah, love it. Yeah, it was a tie. I couldn't decide between the two, so I just included them both. Good stuff.
My first pick is going to be Spiritual Healing as well.
Nice.
It's a great album, living monstrosity, altering the future. The title track, Spiritual Healing. I think I've gone on record when we've talked about Death before that they are my favorite death metal band, and choosing favorites amongst them is very hard.
Yeah.
But doable. So, yeah, number 5, Spiritual Healing.
Okay, I want to go with Individual Thought Patterns. This one came out. This was an album that I first heard this one. Believe it or not, back in the day, it's in a video some guy made about why he didn't like Halo Reach of all things. But he said something like, the theme just blindly ripped off the song "Mentally Blind." So I remember that distinctly. Yeah, I like this one, man. I don't think this one's as highly. This was actually their lowest rated record on Metal Archives. But not a bad record. It's only like an 80 though, but still. Yeah, this is their lowest, an 80. I like this better than some of the other ones, honestly. So.
Oh yeah. So yeah, like it's saying before, it's tough to decide which ones don't make the cut because it's like, oh man, that's such a good album, but Spiritual Healing didn't make my list. I had to make a tough decision there. So I'm going Symbolic at number 5. Great album. The title track is great. Zero Tolerance.
Yes.
One of the coolest covers again. Crystal Mountain, classic, 1000 Eyes. Awesome album.
Hell yeah.
Just classic death, Again, we're getting more technical as they go on.
Yeah.
And this album really shows that, I think.
Absolutely. All right, so my number 4 is going to be Individual Thought Patterns.
Nice.
Yeah, great album, and I feel like this was like a super group because they had of course Chuck Schuldiner on guitar and vocals. Yeah, like I said, his riffs and his leads are just amazing. His guitar playing is just immaculate. He's my favorite death metal guitarist. Transicto from Morbid Angel will be a close second, but Chuck Shorter is my favorite, and yeah, his death metal vocals are awesome. His growls sounds like he's gonna vomit on the mic. Very evil, very aggressive. Yeah, perfect for death metal. Very violent. His lyrics are amazing, just really dark and evil sounding stuff, and written in a very intelligent way too. Like you can tell he's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
He was a very intelligent guy. This is super good because it's got one of my favorite guitarists, Andy LaRocque from freaking King Diamond on lead guitar. And of course, it's got the rhythm section of Steve DiGiorgio on bass, and Virtuoso, if there ever was one, and Gene Hoglan on drums. Probably my favorite rhythm section from Testament. When I saw Testament, they had DiGiorgio and Hoglan. Freaking awesome. Yeah, the rhythm section, yeah, it's just, amazing. Yeah, it's just like a super group. Like I said, yeah, great album. Yeah, I love Overactive Imagination and Human Form, Trapped in a Corner, It's Like Blood, the title track. Just awesome album. Heavy as hell. Very evil sounding, very aggressive. It's like a horror movie in audio format. Just it's freaking slays. This album just rips. Absolutely love it.
Hell yeah, love it.
I love the lineup. Probably, quite possibly my favorite Death lineup, or maybe like tied with the one from Leprosy. It's very, very close.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, Andy LaRocque's one of my favorite guitarists ever. So really cool that he was in the band briefly, even though he was like technically a session member, but whatever, he still made the album, so it still counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I finally watched Cherry Falls yesterday for the first time.
Oh.
I haven't seen that in forever. Yeah, I feel like it was one of the one of the movies like inspired by Scream. Like in the late 90s, early 2000s, they had so many like Scream knockoffs. Kind of had that watered down PG-13 feel, even though a lot of them were R, but they felt like they could be PG-13.
Too clean.
Like teen, yeah, like I feel like Dawson's Creek or something. But, yeah, some were pretty good. Others were kind of not so good.
Well, my number 4 Death album is going to be Human. I love this album. I mean, starting it out with Flattening of Emotions, that riff, drum.
Oh yeah.
Freaking Suicide Machine, of course, probably the most popular off the album is Lack of Comprehension. Love that song. Love that video. Lack of Comprehension. This is definitely at the point where they started to get more technical and experiment more. And honestly, whatever they did always worked for me. Like, I loved it all. So, yeah, Human rules.
Yeah, brother. I want to go with their final record, Sound of Perseverance. I like this one a lot. This is definitely, obviously, at this point, they've kind of gone a little bit more, I want to say, a little bit more on the technical side, but I feel like this still kind of had that, you'd still see the same band, the same spirit is still intact here. Yeah, I mean, this thing, start to finish, I could jam this one. I remember one summer I listened to this one a good amount. And I think the Painkiller cover ain't bad at all either. Obviously, I think Chuck wanted to do more with Control Denied, I believe. But where he kind of led more into that, but yeah.
Most definitely.
Mine's gonna be Individual Thought Patterns. Yeah, same as Lord Hellhound. Overactive Imagination.
Yeah.
The Philosopher. Great video there. Yeah, and of course the title track is great. Yeah, great album. Excellent.
Hell yeah.
I remember seeing that in Headbangers Ball back in the day, The Philosopher.
The Philosopher.
Cool. That's my favorite show of all time, Tales from the Crypt.
I've been watching it on because I have AMC.
Oh yeah.
And that kind of is a bundled with it. And yeah, I've been psyched. I've been watching them all.
We got all the seasons on DVD. Of course, my season 6, 2 of the discs don't play certain of the episodes, so I need to replace that. I was trying to watch it with my wife not too long ago, and like I noticed my season 6 a couple of the discs were like defective now. They worked before, so I don't know what happened. But anyway, my number 3, I'm kind of cheating again. It's going to be another tie between Human, which I freaking love. I love the song Flattening Emotions. Like you said, Shiver Not Prepare. So awesome. A lot of people complain about the production of this one, but I see what they mean, but I still love it. I think it still sounds killer. But yeah, Human and also Symbolic. Yeah, it's a tie between these two. This one had Steve DiGiorgio on bass. This one had Gene Hoglan on drums. You know, they weren't both on it, on both of them, like they were on Individual Thought Patterns, but he always had a great lineup. He always had a great secondary guitarist and bass and drums. Yeah. He always found a great band. You know, no 2 albums had the same lineup. Yeah, he always had a different band each time, pretty much. Other than there were a few recurring musicians that would be like on 2 consecutive albums sometimes. But he always had a great band. Yeah, Human and Symbolic are both awesome albums. Freaking love them. Both death metal masterpieces. Yeah, I couldn't decide between the two. All their albums are going to end up being on this list. So I'm doing a couple ties.
You didn't want to cut any, huh?
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't leave them out. I just couldn't do it. I love them too much. They don't have a bad album. They're all great in their own way. It's really hard to rank them too. But yeah, Human and Symbolic is a tie between these two for my 3rd favorite death album. Yeah, both of them. Couldn't decide, so go to both.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Crystal Mountain on Symbolic is awesome. Yeah. This one's a little more technical than what became before. I agree. Yeah, it's like pretty cool. Yeah. Chuck Schuldiner is so talented. He was just a genius. It's amazing.
Yeah. My number 3 is going to be Symbolic. I love Symbolic. It's probably the Death album that I know the most stuff on guitar. Like I can play Symbolic and 1000 Eyes.
Nice.
So many good riffs. And yeah, this is a very good technical album. A lot of Chuck Schuldiner is truly an underrated guitarist. Like
I know, right?
Talk about guitars, he's up there.
It's one of the best, I think.
Without Judgment, Misanthrope. I love the Misanthrope.
Heavy chugging riff. The drums. The drums.
Yes. Crystal Mountain. Just I love this album so much. So Symbolic.
Hell yeah.
I want to go with the Spiritual Healing. I view this record as kind of a, I guess an in between when they were more on the old school style, and then they kind of get to Human and newer. This one I think kind of transitions that well.
Yeah,
I'll say this one did have great musicians as always. I mean, this band always had going through all the members. This one, you had a lot of different brilliant musicians throughout this band's runtime, man, or run. So I mean, I'll say this is the record that this is one record that I probably need to go back to more. I'll say that. But yeah, I know there are reissues of these for decent price. So I think at the time I was buying just more underground stuff at the time, and I was like, I could skip popular shit, and then I'm like, wait, I don't own that.
It's kind of funny. They're almost like the Megadeth of death metal. Like every album is a different lineup. Dave Mustaine.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm actually gonna go old school, scream bloody gore, because I do love that. Oh, yeah. I love that old raw, nasty feel to it. That reminds me of like the early Slayer, pre-Rain and Blood. It's got that old school feel to it. I like it. Zombie Ritual.
Zombie.
Evil Dead. The title track is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I think Scream Bloody Gore would be the Crypt Keeper's favorite album.
Probably. Yeah.
Hello, kitties.
That's good. I like that.
You're no Gory Cooper. You're not even a Robert Redford. That's going to be my next choice, too. My number 2. My second favorite Death album is going to be Scream Bloody Gore.
Yeah.
Freaking love it. Yeah, for what it's worth, that's actually my favorite cover art of all the Death albums. That's just awesome. That does remind me of the old, like the old EC comics from the 50s, Tales from the Crypt, Horror, Hot to Fear, like Warren Publishing, Creepy and Eerie and all that. Yeah, just awesome. Yeah, very, very cool. This is the first Death album I ever bought. Yeah, it's just awesome. Yeah, it's very raw, very the production, it sounds awesome. It's very thrashy too. This one had kind of more of a thrash metal feel compared to like some of the later ones. Infernal Death, Zombie Ritual, Sacrificial, Mutilation, Regurgitated Guts, Bad Ties of Blood, Evil Dead, the title track. It's all awesome. It's just all killer. This album just slays. Chuck Schuldiner did all the guitars, bass, and vocals. John Hand was credited with rhythm guitar, but didn't actually play on the album. And then it was Chris Ryford who on drums, who would go on to form Autopsy. He was the drummer and vocalist of that band. Autopsy is another of my favorite death metal bands. And he does a great job with this album. The drumming is just superb. Yeah, really, really, really great album. Yeah, very, very evil sounding. The gory, graphic, horror movie inspired lyrics are amazing. Chuck's vocals are amazing. Very evil sounding. His guitar playing is just immaculate. His leads, his riffs and solos are phenomenal. Awesome album. Definitely my second favorite album by Death, by far. Scream Bloody Gore. It's freaking awesome. Sounds awesome. If you haven't listened to it yet, check it out because it rips.
Now, there's a bunch of reissues of it, so you should have a problem finding it.
Yeah.
My 2 and 1, they're tied. Either I just whatever. But I guess for now, my number 2 is Scream Bloody Gore. I forgot to grab my album; it's in the other room. But this is one of my favorite albums of all time. I mean, it's so brutal. Zombie Ritual, Denial of Life, Infernal Death, Evil Dead. That opening, the torn to pieces with the
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's filthy. It is filthy. This album, probably my favorite album cover ever. Like, I just love the look of it. So, Scream Bloody Gore.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with Scream Bloody Gore. This record, when this came out in 87, I think the world of extreme metal, at that point, you had the world of death metal there, just, we're still staying in that lane. We're not going to go, well, this obscure black metal band that wasn't known at the time was out or whatever. No. Your Necrophagia demos were out. Season of the Dead, I think, was out by them. Possessed was out by then. So, but this one, I feel, those 3 records I just mentioned, they are all, I guess, pioneering records, but they all kind of had their own thing going for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I think this one's a little bit more. I think this one's more on the straight up thrashy side, with a little bit more of that death edge, hence the term death thrash, you could argue. But like when you listen to something like Seven Churches, that's technically more of a thrashy album. Yeah. Or Season of the Dead, which has a lot of that. Obviously, the vocal style at this point wasn't even defined yet. So, it's always interesting to go through these earlier, first wave of death metal records, man.
Even like the Morbid Angel, like the Altar of Madness, had that raw, almost like a little bit carrying over a little bit of thrash.
Yeah. That's why there's the whole subgenre we call death thrash now.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, there you go.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
My number 2 is gonna be, might be a little bit of a shocker. The Sound of Perseverance. I love that one because I do love like the more technical side of death, and I love like technical metal. And yeah, this is probably the height of their technical metal side.
Yeah, probably the best of the more techie albums, I'd say.
Yeah, I love one. Probably my favorite death song is "The Flesh and the Power It Holds." I love that song. Spirit Crusher. Bite the Pain. I love his vocals on this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's an underrated one in there in discography. Sadly, the final one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's not going to be any honorable mentions because I included all of their albums on my list.
Yeah, pretty much.
All 7 of their albums are on my list, even though I cheated with some ties, but I had to include them all. My number 1 is obviously going to be, of course, Leprosy.
Yes.
As always, this is my favorite death album. It's probably my favorite death metal album ever. It's awesome. Wow. And I love the title track, and the lyrics are awesome. Like the heavy chugging riff, like Chuck Turner's vocals, his guitar playing's immaculate. Born Dead is great. Forgotten Past is probably my favorite song on the album. That's actually the only death song that I ever learned how to play on guitar. Very fun to play, very awesome. Left to Die, Pull the Plug, Open Casket. It's all killer, no filler. Yeah, great album. The lineup this time was Rick Rise on second guitar and Bill Andrews on drums. Terry Butler was credited on the bass, but like I said earlier, I don't know if I heard that it was actually Chuck Schuldiner that played the bass, but he was still credited. But those 3, Rick Rise, Terry Butler, and Bill Andrews, went on to play in the band Massacre. They were all on the From Beyond album, which is another great death metal album. It kind of sounds a little bit like Leprosy. You'll hear it because has them.
The same
musicians.
Chuck did the bass parts, and on this one, I just checked on the. I fact checked that one. Yeah.
Just death metal greatness. It's a death metal masterpiece. One of the best death metal albums ever made. Most likely my favorite death metal album ever. Definitely my favorite from this band. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, Doug Schuldiner was a genius and a mastermind. This sounds
great cover.
Freaking rules. Yeah, it's an awesome cover too.
And once again, I'm right there with you. Leprosy. This album too is absolutely nasty. It's filthy.
It's filthy.
Dude, it gets you so pumped. The vocals all, why don't you pull the plug? Forgotten Past, Pull the Plug, Open Casket, Left to Die. Man, Chuck is just an icon. Death is amazing. Can I just say they're all my favorite and they're all my number 1s?
Oh yeah, me too.
Why not?
I want to go with Leprosy. I know a reissue from 2014. This one, the vinyl for this one's pretty cool. So like this pinkish. I'm not sure it's on show on the camera too well, but yeah.
Cool.
I remember I went down to NOLA. I forgot why, and I ended up at one of the local record shops there. Fantastic shop. I ended up grabbing a bunch of stuff that day. This Death Crush, a few other things, but
nice, man.
This probably, I'd say it's essential death thrash. This is one that I think I spun this. I've spun this one quite a bit. When I got my new setup going, what do you call it? This was one record I did put on first, and having a better sound system definitely helps. Stuff like this. I like this one a lot. In terms of like the first wave of death metal. I put this stuff up there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, might be a surprise to you guys, but I'm picking Human as my personal favorite death album.
Let's go.
Flattening of Emotions is one of my absolute favorites. Suicide Machine, Lack of Comprehension. Great stuff.
Yes.
Again, on the more technical side, but I love it. I guess that's my favorite side of death, the more technical stuff.
Yeah.
Very, very sad how he died, you know. It's
Yeah,
a very sad story, isn't it?
Yeah.
I would have loved seeing what more, more he had to offer.
Yeah, definitely. There's more greatness to come, for sure.
Yeah. My favorite death album, all of them. It's a tie. All of them.
Yeah. I mean, there's still death stuff out there, but it's just not Chuck. Like, you have the tribute band Death to All, now you got the new band Left to Die with old members from Death. But he's always missing one ingredient.
Yeah.
Chuck
the most important.
We'll never be the same without Chuck.
Yeah.
Who else can, great guitars, great vocals, great writing, songwriting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not many people can do that.
He's very, very talented. One of those talented musicians in metal, I would say. Yeah, my favorite albums is all of them. All of them. They're all great.
Yeah, I didn't pick up more of their stuff on vinyl. Thankfully. I don't think we'll ever. The day we stop getting, I don't think they'll ever stop reissuing this.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
What was it? There's a meme that Nuclear War Now. They always keep reissuing Blasphemy, Fallen Angel of Doom.
Nice.
Great LP, but yeah, they do. They have done.
Those reissues sound great, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have done so many reissues of Fallen Angel of Doom. I saw a meme, something about we're going to fix the economy with all these reissues. So, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's Fallen Angel of Doom. It is one of the greatest records ever made, I'd argue.
You know what one I'm dying for them to reissue, but the band themselves won't, is Exodus, Bonded by Blood.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I really wish they... I know, I get that it's raw and gritty and you want to have that old, but I just feel like it would sound so great. If they just remastered it.
Hell's Headbangers, I know.
Yeah, cool.
I think they had Bonded by Blood LP for a little bit there. I don't know if it's sold out by now, but
yeah.
Yeah, it's hellsheadbangers.com. That's where I get a lot of my stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to have to go and wrap up. I got somewhere I got to be, but
yeah, brother.
All right, man.
Fun show.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Great.
Excellent show.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it was a blast.
Definitely.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us here in the Morbid Hour live stream. We're in the Horror and Metal channel.
See you on the next one.
Peace.
Later.